Welcome everyone to my new educational video for Top 1 Futures. Today we're going to talk about the road to $21,000 a month strategies. I'd like to share with you step-by-step presentation as well as their maximum discount, payouts, Trustpilot, and the way the company has been moving around. For the first minute right here, so Top 1 Futures received 531 massive reviews out here with a score of 4.9 on Trustpilot. The company has been going crazy in the past days as well with the payouts. Last 7 days payouts that have been monitored on the blockchain are equaling Top 1 Futures right there, with close to $1.1 million of 224 payouts, representing a close to $5,000 per average. This is what we're talking about. Now, for those of you that care about maximum discount, we have, instead of 50%, which is marked on their website, and as you can see in the price, which is usually $800, discounted to $4, I got for you guys 55% discount, plus anytime payout for free, right? So with a coupon code SCRAMBLE, you just want to apply it right there. It gives you, with a Scramble coupon, it gives you $439 discount. Total will be $360 for one account, so 55% on any account type. Of course, the 150K is the most purchased, and the anytime payouts included free with that. Let me share with you. Definitely want to click on this specific available add-on in order to activate it. You want to click on that anytime payouts, surely, guys. So this is pretty much about the introduction part. Now let's talk on the subject of the strategy for $21,000 per month with all the numbers needed and everything we care about. So the strategy is including 3 accounts of 150K. How do we approach the numbers? Well, the strategy involves 7 days of trading, which means 7 business days. The target, which is the first subject, is 7,500 for such account, which is 5% of the account size. This is the target for the first payout, which means you get to this point and you're able to request a payout, and this is what you have to achieve along with a 20% consistency or less on your account, right? So during this stage you need a maximum of 20% consistency. For those of you that would like to see how does the consistency works, I have a video, Top 1 Futures Consistency Hacked, on my YouTube channel. You want to check that out as well. Now the strategy for that 7,500 involves $1,072 per day. If you make that for 7 days, that's going to be sufficient to touch the payout target. And it will also give you a great consistency lower than 20%, which is great. So 1,072 needs to be achieved per day, basically. The risk exposure I'm speaking about, a max loss of a day should be anywhere, if it's a loss, of course, between $1,500 and $2,000. You have to decide that. The total loss of such account is $6,000, right? That's the maximum loss limit, $6,000. So $1,500, $2,000, you should consider if you attach such loss in a day coming from multiple or a single trade, that's up to you. You should pretty much stop trading for the day, because allowing you a full recovery in such numbers context in 2 trading days, it's pretty much feasible, right? So between 1 to 2 trading days, but actually 2 trading days, even for $1,500 or $2,000, you should consider that your loss should be easily recovered fully in about 2 trading days if that's the case. Now, even for the target, you guys can consider that you want to achieve your target for the day from a single trade, or you would like to do more trades. Depends. I'm also giving you some risk exposure discussion to the sizings and contracts. For example, we talk about a New York session, which is very specific. We clearly know why volatility is much, much bigger. You should not cross 8 micro contracts. 8 MNQs, for example, if you're trading NASDAQ, and I'm giving you the examples right now with NASDAQ, right? So micros, 8 micros, you should not cross that. If you go above that, it's pretty much a high level of risk already applied, And that specific condition will, of course, require you to have a specific strategy for such numbers. But I consider this, for those of you that are interested to discover, pretty decent. 8 micro contracts. You could go in a DCA way to achieve that, 8 micros, or simply you can open 8 contracts from scratch. And consider that 8 micros, having in mind that each point on a single micro is $2. 8 micros means that each point of movement is going to be $16. 20, 30 points, think about 20 points is $320 already. If the market is moving 20 points and you're in a such trade, you're good to go for $320. That means 2 or 3 trades to achieve your target, guys. If you're doing this way with 8 micros as the highest and pretty much 20, 30 points we usually have even during the New York quite often, right? We have the internal swings of the markets, chops, impulse movements, pretty much all of them are covering 20, 30 points during New York session. Careful on the first 30 minutes. I'm suggesting you, if you are not familiar with that specific stage of the opening, avoid it and only start trading after 30 minutes of data has been printed. So you clearly have a way to consider that. Now, the payout gives you $3,500 per account. You got 3 accounts. You're copy trading all the 3 accounts, right? So let's not forget about that. This is a copy trade. This is not a way of trading separately, because that is actually representing a lot more work and pretty much, very close, extremely difficult. Let's put it that way. Copy trading is minimizing the effort needed, but at the same time, it requires you to be more accurate on your decisions and actions, which is not an issue. Wait for the right moments and only with the best setups, with the highest quality of setups, because you don't need 6, 8, 10 trades. You might need 1, 2, 3. Depends on you guys. Depends on the sizing. That's what it depends on. 3 accounts, which is basically the formula you're going to get, will give you $10,500 in your first trading cycle, which is great. $10,500 in your first trading cycle with 7 days of trading, assuming that all the 7 days are going to be green with a number of 1,072, you're going to touch all the targets needed and existent. But what's happening next, basically, towards 21K? Well, the second cycle is going to be a little bit different. The second payout cycle is going to be a little bit different because now you have to make less. Your payout target comes down to $6,000. You only have to do 4% of the account size. So $6,000 is needed to be achieved, which means less every single day as a target. If we divide it for the same 7 trading days, this is also going to give you sufficient consistency, and it's actually $860 a day. This is what you have to do in order to achieve your second cycle payout. What does it mean, a second cycle? Well, it pretty much means that you finished your first cycle, you got your payout, funds have been deducted out of your account, and you restart trading. That's a new cycle. $860 daily target with a $1,500 max loss. You shouldn't cross that, I believe so. Would be maximum 2 days of full recovery of any max loss. Obviously, you have a different condition for the max daily loss of the account. The max daily loss of the account is marked here on their website, 3,750. But we don't care about that. We're not going to let that's the daily loss limit. It's a soft breach. If you touch that, you get your trades automatically closed with a market order instantly, and you are stopped trading for that day. So you can resume trading the next day. But we're not talking about that daily max loss. We're talking about one that we set up pretty much strictly. You can also do this max loss limit. You can do it under the settings on projectx, for example. You can set, don't want to cross 1,500. You have that specific possibility of a max loss. You can set that automatically. Great. I have a projectx tutorial as well on my channel. You can see that for more details. So your max loss will be located at 100,100. And your trading will start from 154,000. What do I mean with all these numbers? Well, once you do your first payout request and you get paid, your max loss automatically is going to your original balance plus $100. And this is valid for any account size. Original balance plus $100. At the time you request your first payout, this is the place it's going to move automatically. And it's not going to change anymore. It will remain there. You will start your balance in your second cycle from 154. Why? Because you achieved 157,500 as we talked about earlier. You requested 3,500, so you remain with 154. 154, a max loss of 150,900. It's clearly 150,100s. It's clearly $3,900. $3,900 is, even if you have 2 bad days when you get started and you have a $3,000 loss, you didn't lose your account. You still have some money there. You still have $900 there. So even this way, I mean, we've got some very, very well balanced numbers out here. The payout would be the same, $3,500 per the account, $10,500 total. This is another 7 business days, so pretty much 14 business days are needed in a month to be achieving such numbers, excluding losses, but then depends if you have or not, depends, of course, on the whole ratio. 2 such payouts would give you basically $21,000 with such numbers. I'm obviously considering the same sizes, but maybe start lower, maybe start with 4 micros, 6 micros, and then just, DCA if needed, if that's what you're doing. But again, if you need to do 860 between 2 to 3 trades in a day, even with such contracts, is very achievable. 20-30 points right there, 25 points, you're fine. The costs of this whole business, well, 3 accounts at 150K, each account right now with a coupon code SCRAMBLE giving you 55%, the maximum possible is 360. This is bigger than the original discount on the website. This is something negotiated you guys are receiving in a spectacular way. 360 per account, 1,080 totally, right? So around 3 accounts will cost you 1,080. And that same round gives you 10,500. Simply copy trading. Even by achieving such numbers at every 5 rounds of purchased 3 accounts, right? So each time you purchase 3 accounts, 5 times, even if you have a such ratio, think about it. You will pay 1,080 times 5, and you will spend 5,400, but you have 21K. If you go for both cycle payouts, you can go for the 3rd cycle as well, and then it's going to be more, but definitely not in a month. So 5,400, you're buying basically 15 accounts, but you're having 5 bullets, 5 shots. I mean, if you only achieve the first cycle, that's still 10,500, and you spend 5,400, that's still more than $5,000 profit. And this is great, guys. I mean, the difference between the cost and the reward on Top 1 futures are very, very high, which is allowing you at the same time to be profitable and successful even with a lower rate of confirmation and execution, right? So these are the things that we have at the moment. And based on the numbers we've got today, pricing, targets, levels, and all the conditions of trading, payout rules, trading rules, this is pretty much the strategy that I'm portraying to you guys. That's kind of everything I wanted to share with you. This is, besides a nice motivational video, it is also helping people to have some clear numbers, including from the sizing, including with the max losses, the targets they should consider, and the way the whole business goes around. Do not forget, we have a consistency video on my YouTube channel explained. We have a video about the projectx tutorial. We have a complete video about everything included. And we are trading live from Monday to Friday at 8 a.m. EST time every single day. We're doing giveaways. We're sharing instant funding account, even with Top 1 futures type of instant funding. So make sure to join our live stream trading show every single day. Have a great time. Be part of our Discord community too, and feel free to utilize the code SCRAMBLE. Gives you more than expected discount right here. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like the video. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll talk to you soon.